Prisons, by their nature, are intended to be places of punishment and isolation for those who have committed crimes. However, some prisons have gained notoriety for their exceptionally harsh conditions, rampant violence, and high mortality rates. In this video, we delve into the top 5 deadliest prisons in the world. But before starting the video, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe to never miss out on any of our videos. Number 5. Karendaru Penitentiary. Built back in 1920, Brazil's Carandiru was once South America's largest prison, housing more than 8,000 inmates. The prison was infamous for its poor quality of life, rampant health issues, and numerous human rights violations. The latter eventually culminated in the Karendaru massacre. The event began after a game of football, as a fight between two teams escalated into a chaotic prison riot. The military police were called in and proceeded to massacre the inmates, many of whom were unarmed and killed in defensive positions. By the end of the riot, 111 prisoners were dead, riddled with 515 bullets in total. Over 60 police officers were convicted for their crimes, but the trials have since been deemed null. Number 4. Mahanga Prison. Formerly known as Guantanamo Prison, Rwanda's Muhanga Prison was built to house just 400 prisoners, but ended up housing 7,000. As you can imagine, living conditions inside the prison are deplorable, and many prisoners suffer from gangrene owing to the filthy accommodations. Given that they're often forced to stand all day on the wet and dirty ground, the health complications are many and severe. There have even been reports of cannibalism. Bridget Troyan of the International Committee of the Red Cross has succinctly stated, quote, "The conditions here are completely inhumane." Number 3. San Quentin State Prison. Serving as the oldest prison in California, San Quentin was opened in 1852 and remains one of the United States' most infamous penitentiaries. It's known as the most populous death row in the country, with the New York Times even deeming it, quote, "the largest in the Western Hemisphere." Since 1893, over 400 people have been put to death at San Quentin. It's housed some of the most dangerous men in America, including Charles Manson, Richard Ramirez, and Richard Chase. The prison is also notable for being extremely old, outdated, and dirty, with prisoners receiving poor health care. Number 2. Alcatraz. Although it closed all the way back in 1963, Alcatraz was notorious in its time and remains one of the most iconic prisons in the world owing to its reputation and unique setting. Located on Alcatraz Island just off San Francisco, the prison's remote and secluded location made it the perfect place to house high-risk and dangerous criminals. Life inside the prison was said to be hell, with many prisoners going insane and committing suicide owing to the relentless violence and poor living conditions. It eventually gained the nickname Alcatraz owing to its reputation, and it housed some of the most notorious criminals of its day, including Al Capone, Mickey Cohen, Machine Gun Kelly, and Robert Stroud, aka the Birdman of Alcatraz. Number 1. Guantanamo Bay. Located off the coast of Cuba, Guantanamo Bay was opened in 2002 under the direction of President Bush. Following the September 11th attacks, Bush initiated the War on Terror and opened Guantanamo Bay to serve as a military prison. The prison has received widespread criticism for indefinite detention without trial and the routine use of torture, including waterboarding and sexual abuse. There have also been reports of several suicides and of numerous suicide attempts. Under the Obama administration, the number of inmates was reduced. However, Guantanamo Bay remains open. Amnesty International has called the prison a major human rights violation, describing it as, quote, "the gulag of our times." Conclusion. The top 5 deadliest prisons in the world are places of despair, violence, and human suffering. Inmates endure overcrowding, inadequate medical care, and brutal treatment by both staff and fellow prisoners. These prisons stand as grim reminders of the failings of the criminal justice system and the need for prison reform worldwide. Efforts should focus on improving living conditions, providing access to education and rehabilitation programs, and addressing the underlying issues that lead to criminal behavior. Only through such reforms can we hope to create a system that truly aims to rehabilitate offenders and protect the rights and dignity of all individuals, even those who have committed the most heinous crimes. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this, make sure to like the video and hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.